In the early months of World War II, the world was in turmoil. The Nazi regime was rapidly expanding its reach across Europe, conquering country after country. Soldiers marched into battle equipped with the latest advancements in weaponry. Powerful rifles, rapid-fire machine guns, and formidable tanks designed to dominate the battlefield. Among these soldiers was Private John Miller, but his story stood out from the rest. While many of his fellow soldiers carried modern weapons, John relied on an old rifle that had been handed down through his family. It was nothing flashy, far from the sleek designs of contemporary firearms. Instead, it showed signs of wear, with scratches and dents that spoke of its long history. This was not just any rifle, it was a piece of his family's legacy. His grandfather had held it during World War I, fighting in the trenches with courage and determination. For John, the rifle was a symbol of bravery and honor, a connection to his past and the values his family cherished. As he trained with his unit, other soldiers sometimes teased him about his choice. They would laugh at his outdated weapon, wondering why he would use something so old-fashioned in the face of the enemy's technological might. But John stood firm in his decision. He believed that it wasn't the weapon that made a soldier. It was the spirit, the resolve, and the willingness to fight for what was right. In the heat of training, John found comfort in the history that the rifle represented. He could picture his grandfather, fiercely defending against the enemy as he held that very gun. He often thought about the stories his grandfather had shared with him, tales of bravery, comradeship, and the harsh realities of war. Each night, as he laid in his bunk, John would hold the rifle close, feeling a sense of strength and purpose in doing so. When the order came for John and his unit to deploy, the gravity of the situation sunk in. They were heading into a war that would change the world, a conflict that pitted nations against each other in brutal battles. On the day of deployment, John clutched his rifle tightly, not just as a weapon, but as a reminder of his heritage and the men who had fought before him. As they arrived at the front lines, the reality of war engulfed him. John witnessed the chaos and destruction around him. Explosions shook the ground, and the sound of gunfire echoed through the air. The bravery of his fellow soldiers inspired him, but so did the reminder of the legacy he carried. With each battle, he aimed not only to protect his fellow soldiers, but to honor the spirit of those who had come before him. In battle, John found himself relying on his instincts and training, even more than on the weapon itself. The rifle may have been old, but it served its purpose. With every shot fired, he felt a connection to his grandfather, as if the very essence of bravery flowed through his veins. John's story became a testament to the idea that true courage comes not from the tools you wield, but from the values you hold dear. Throughout the war, he proved that even in the face of modern armaments, a simple rifle could symbolize hope, honor, and an unyielding spirit.